J Drone here, S6 Wingsland, AIO on the Wingsland. You already know. This is that new one with kind of like the whip style antenna on it, as opposed to the one that I was using before. We have a very small battery on here. This drone does not get long flight times. We have been able to connect the R6 to the S6, so we are going to have flyability. We are going to have the iPhone attached to the bottom there. We have an LG that goes in there, and that is the receiver that we are using. AKK, I believe, has one of those receivers. I'll link theirs down below, although I haven't used it. I think it's cheaper than what you could get these for, and I will link that down below. Enjoy the flight.
Alright guys, so here we go. This is from the eye of the Wingsland drone. Bam! Lots of dust blowing up. As you can see, this drone has a pretty darn nice camera on it. I was going to integrate the AKK FPV video feed that I was seeing in my eyes, but this is too clean. This is too clean to even have a little bitty box in the bottom left hand corner. If you're familiar with my channel, you know the AKK gets great range. These AIO cameras get excellent range. This is me flying FPV, guys. This is me flying FPV with this Wingsland drone. This drone is well past the 100-meter mark. We actually end up taking this out almost 300 meters. Taking this foldable pocket drone, little 4K pocket drone, almost 400 meters. I had my dislikes with this drone. If you've seen my previous videos, just really wasn't happy with it, wasn't thrilled with it, wasn't excited with it. Dude, I'm excited now. I am excited, and I stopped around the 300 mark just because I kind of chickened out. I was able to keep my eye bouncing from my FPV goggles down to the app that I was running, and surprisingly, almost out to this 300 mark, we had reception on the app. I don't know if it's a combination of using it with the control and the control is actually amplifying what the app's receiving. I don't know. It wasn't crisp. I will tell you, it wasn't crisp. It wasn't as crisp as this. And this leads to another thing, guys. See how clean this video is? I could care less now. I could care less about that bottom little part that constantly got a little bit of linear breakup, because this is probably how I'm going to fly the drone. Now, I'm probably going to fly a FPV. I'm probably going to record on board, and I'm probably going to get epic video like this. Obviously, there's not much to see out here. It's a scenic area. There's not much to see, but what you are seeing is clean and crisp. I don't know what I was recording, and I don't know if I was recording it in 4K or 1080p. By the time you guys see this, this will be dumbed down to 1080p because my computer is not 4K. But look at this, guys. Dude, we're going to come back, but then I'm going to shoot it straight across the abyss. I'm going to shoot it straight across the abyss against my better judgment, because this is a small drone. It does not have a buzzer on it. It does not have any type of low voltage alarm, disconnect alarm that will assist me in finding this if it drops in the abyss. But I'm pretty secure with this. I'm pretty secure with this. So we're just going to come in here. I'm trying to get in close on myself just to show you what I got going on here, that I did not do a switcheroo. I'm not flying the Phantom. I'm still using the setup that we are using here. There's the controller, guys. Dude, that's it. There's the goggles. There's the controllers. We are flying this little 4K foldable pocket drone, and we are flying it most epically. I will say that again, most epically. Definitely have to have the most on the front of it because this is beyond believable. I didn't imagine getting this controller tied to this, that this would be possible, period. The fact that we'd be able to go almost 300 meters, that we'd be able to go over top of this abyss. For me to have the confidence in this drone to actually go over top of this abyss, and I know you guys haven't seen the top of this abyss and what's down there and the trees and whatnot too clearly as of late, because I've just been showing it via the receiver and the AIO AKK, whether it be on the MGX drones or the SEMA that I took out well over 700 meters. This is clear. This is from the SD card of this drone. And that's why I didn't interrupt it. That's why I didn't integrate the FPV, because I'm seeing crystal clear. I could have went further. I could have, and I ended up stopping basically right at that road that you see in front of me. And the reason I did that is because I'm mildly chickened out. I'm mildly chickened out for two reasons. One, I don't know the drone well enough to continue going that far. Two, because this drone has short flight times, and we also have added weight on it. So those were things that I had to keep in mind. Now right here, you kind of see me stutter step. Whoop! Put on the brakes, turn around, retreat, trying to retreat, get back to that land. I don't want to be over the abyss. The whole reason I did that is because when I was looking down, I lost FPV feed from my cell phone. Again, I have goggles on, but I'm able to adjust my eyes downwards to look at the app on the cell phone in the controller. And it said battery 0%. And I assume it just said battery 0% because the feed cut out, and then it went back up to, I think it was 50%. So we decided, all right, we can go over again. But that was a mild scare. You see, again, you saw a clear, crystal clear video from the SD card, me throw on the brakes, and that's what that was all about. It was like, uh-oh, if this thing's going to drop, if it's going to land itself, I would rather it do it out of the abyss on flat land. That way I can find it versus having to look up in trees and look in trees and around trees and down in the bottom, which is basically a wet marsh. Did not want to have to do that. Guys, if you have the S6, I thoroughly encourage you, go get you an AIO AKK 200 milliwatt camera, smack it on the front of it, get you a thin battery, put it on the back of it, connect it. There you go. There you go. Connect it. Whether you're going to use FPV goggles, Fat Sharks, or whatever, or you're going to use the setup that I use, which I absolutely love, which is the OTG to my cell phone via the DR1 goggles. Have at it, man. I will leave links for the exact OTG that I'm using. It is not on AKK. It is on Amazon. AKK doesn't have it, surprisingly, and the camera that I'm utilizing will be down below as well. This is epic. And Wingsland is sending me that second battery. They said, dude, if you'll pay $5 for it, we'll send you a second one to replace it. Generally, we don't do that. And there you can see me right there. I always flip up my goggles to land via sight. Because I'm not that great landing in the goggles yet. I don't know when I'll get better at that, but at some time soon, I hope I should. And we kind of did a hand landing here. Guys, I'm J-Drone. If you haven't subscribed, do me a favor, smash that subscribe button. Any questions, comments, down below. Get at me.